Now, one of my biggest issues with the Pulse Elite is the design because it's very goofy. Like when I put it on, I kind of look like a Goomba, basically, from Mario. Maybe that's Sony's way of trying to hint at a secret partnership with Nintendo. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Anthony Allen here, back with another video, and today I want to talk to you about the Pulse Elite headset for the PS5. I've been using this for about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks by now, and I have some thoughts. I initially wasn't going to buy it because I already have the Pulse 3D headphones, the all black one, which has been my favorite gaming headset of all time. I've used two of the PS4 headsets back when I had the PS4. I've tried an Xbox wireless headset for my Series X. I've tried Beats headphones. I've tried some third-party headphones like Turtle Beach, and the Pulse 3D was by far my favorite one overall. But I wanted to try the Pulse Elite and see if it was worth the upgrade, because this one does cost $150 compared to the 3D, which is $100. This one also doesn't come in all black as of yet, and I think that maybe they will or won't, but I do like the all black design of the Pulse 3D headphones. Granted, this does match my Sony InZone M9 monitor that I've been using as well, so I figured whatever, right? So there are some features about this headset that I wanted to talk about, because one of the biggest reasons why I got it was because I've been using the PlayStation Portal a bit more lately, which again, this also matches the color of the Portal. And the Portal doesn't have Bluetooth audio, as you probably already know. And I figured with this having the Link technology, I can use this with the Portal wirelessly, no wires or cables in the way. It's 2024. Why are we still using 3.5mm cables for headphones? I get it sometimes, for depending on what you're doing, is to have lower latency. Like when I do my video editing, I do mostly try to use a 3.5 jack just to have that more stable audio connection, but I find myself using more and more wireless anyway, just for the ease of use. So I have seen some complaints about the Link technology and how this headset can struggle to connect with the Link, whether it's using the Portal for Link connectivity or using the USB adapter that you need for your PS5 and computer. And I have not found any of those issues to be true for me personally. When I connect this to my USB Link adapter for the PS5, all I gotta do is hold the button for it to pair, press the USB in, and it'll connect pretty quickly. The only problem I had was when I first got the headset, not knowing how to link it correctly. But the other problem I had is I tried using this for my work computer. I do work a full-time job where I have to call clients, and I figured I can use this to have a wireless setup with my headset for work. And after maybe a couple minutes of no active sound, it will disconnect from the Link USB for my work computer, which was a problem. The only fix I found, a really good fix, was just playing Apple Music in the background when I'm not actively on a call. That will keep this thing connected, you know, as long as I need it to. And of course, with the features of the headset, when you make a phone call or you receive a phone call, it is going to lower the volume of your other content, whether it's your music or your gaming. So that's been a godsend for me, honestly. Aside from that, the only other issue I found was just trying to get it to pair from one Link adapter to another, but it was just a learning curve for me. Not so much the technology not functioning correctly, just a learning curve of me not knowing how to do it correctly. But I do have a spare Link adapter that I bought, which was $25. And the biggest negative reviews I've seen for the USB Link adapter is that it's not compatible with the previous 3D headset. Now, if you've been living under a rock, then I have to tell you, no shit, it was not meant to work with the previous version of the headset. It has its own USB dongle that you would use to connect it to your computer or your PlayStation. They did not basically confirm that the newer Link adapter would work for the old headset. They weren't hiding it either. They basically were straightforward about it. So I don't think it deserves the negative reviews that it got for the USB adapter, because this thing has its own adapter, which, side note, when I use this for my work computer, because it's not using that Link technology, it will stay connected as long as the battery is still running. So that's one negative right there, that the USB Link adapter for the Pulse Elite will disconnect on a regular laptop or PC after a few minutes of no active audio, whereas the Pulse 3D will stay connected as long as the battery is still running. However, when I use this with my Mac, I find it to be the opposite. It stays connected as long as the battery is running. So maybe it's an issue of PC, and that's why Mac is better. But I do want to talk a bit more about other features such as sound, the Bluetooth capabilities. There's a few things I want to talk about here. And one of the things that I found very interesting was that you can connect this to Bluetooth to your phone or tablet or whatever, and you can have dual audio, similar to Xbox's wireless official headset, where you can have your music from your phone playing on the Pulse Elite and still play your game and hear both audio simultaneously. And before that, I would have to have my Pulse 3D on with one ear not covered, and I would have my AirPod in that ear so I can hear both, devices. It wasn't a big problem for me to have music and gaming at the same time, because if I wasn't going to use the AirPod with the Pulse 3D, you can still play Apple Music or Spotify on your PS5 anyway, so there wasn't much of a problem for me. This one was really more so for the phone calls, whether it's for my actual job or just when I'm home and I get a phone call from a friend or something, as well as the connectivity for the PlayStation Portal. Now, other features that this thing does offer compared to the other one is that it does have a retractable mic, if you didn't know that, which hopefully you can see it in camera. There is a button on the inside of the mic that will mute it and unmute. See the orange light? Just press it, it goes away. Simple as that. This thing is supposed to have also some type of noise canceling, so the common feature that people will talk about with that is when you're eating chips or food, it'll mute the sound of the chips and the food that you're eating, so people won't hear you munching on your snacks when you're gaming. I don't play online games ever, or even often, so I haven't tested it out, but I've seen more than enough videos to prove that it does work, and that's a good thing. Now, one of my biggest issues with the Pulse Elite is the design, because it's very goofy. Like, when I put it on, I kind of look like a Goomba, basically, from Mario. Maybe that's Sony's way of trying to hint at a secret partnership with Nintendo. I'm obviously kidding, but this thing is really silly. It looks like a Goomba wearing it. I do love the look of the original Pulse 3D much better. It's less silly, less goofy. Yeah, it has those weird curves on the side, but it looks like a normal headset. It doesn't kind of like, angle out as much as the Pulse Elite. So that's just a design issue that I have personally. Maybe you like the look of this. Maybe you want to be a Goomba getting stomped on by Mario. I don't know. But one of the biggest things, or the biggest thing with headphones, is the sound quality, right? You want to be able to have good sound when you're gaming or listening to music or whatever. And I've had no problems with the Pulse 3D in terms of audio. When I've used various other headsets, more specifically with the Xbox, whether I had a wireless headset for Xbox or a wired headset, I've had the worst audio experiences ever. I've had terrible latency. I've had a lot of audio cut in and out, and that's me using AA batteries for the controller, a official Xbox battery pack, a third-party Xbox battery pack. Just horrible audio for the Xbox overall. I have a friend who says otherwise with his Xbox. Don't know, honestly. I even have gigabyte internet, so I don't know if internet speeds play a role, but when I use the Pulse 3D, I think it is the USB adapter that does help reduce the latency and the audio issues, because maybe 1 out of 10 times I've had some issue with audio, whether it will cut in and out sometimes, and that's about it. But even that 1 times out of 10 was very rare. I've had like a 98% success rate using this for my PlayStation and my Mac when I'm editing videos. So with this one, I do gotta say the audio, while the 3D is great, the audio is great on the 3D, the Pulse does have slightly louder audio, or even like a louder audio, but it is also dependent on what you're viewing in terms of if the audio is gonna be clear or a bit too bass heavy and, as I call it, crunchy. I've had some sounds that were just really, the audio was really bad and super bass heavy and really, really crunchy, whereas this one, not being as loud, won't have that much of an issue. I've only seen similar issues with that bass heavy with the my Beats headphones that I have, but I do have here queued up some official PS1 startup sound on my Mac. So what I'm going to do is connect my 3D to it, my Pulse 3D headphones, to test the audio on that. And then you can compare the difference between how loud this is versus how loud this is. So let me just do that real quickly. I have the 3D connected. Here's the sound. Don't you just love that nostalgia? So let me go ahead and connect the Pulse Elite to my computer, which You can't see it because I don't have it on screen, but right now I'm just clicking link adapter, and just like that, we're already plugged in, ready to go. So let me restart this video. So hopefully you can tell the difference between the two. I find that the Pulse Elite is a bit louder than the Pulse 3D, which of course it's a newer version, it has more features, so you would also expect louder audio. I did also see a lot of complaints about the ear cups on the Pulse Elite. They do move around, you know, they're not flimsy, but they are not, you know, in place. If you look at the Pulse 3D, they don't really move at all, like not as much. You can probably see it there. It's very minimum. Whereas on the Elite, it is much more noticeable. But it's not a bad thing. I find it's for comfort. It's so that your ears can sit comfortably with the headphones, with the ear cups, finding that sweet spot, as well as the head cushion, also finding that sweet spot. And you're not gonna notice the cups moving when you're sitting there gaming. If you're walking around your house or whatever, you might notice it a bit when you know, with the movement of the ear cups. But when you're there sitting, it's supposed to just sit comfortably in that sweet spot, and I'm not even noticing it's not shaking in my ears or anything. So not a big problem. People need to stop complaining about the ear cups. My biggest problem with the Pulse Elite is the charging hook that comes in the box, because number one, they do have the wall plate that you need to put on your wall in the box hidden. I've seen a lot of people on Reddit threw theirs away by accident because they couldn't find it. It's at the very bottom of the box, it's a small little black plate. But they don't provide hardware, they don't provide screws for you to put in your wall, so you gotta buy your own screws. And that wasn't the biggest problem. The problem is when you put this on the hook to charge, this little charging thing on the bottom, hopefully you can see it. If not, I'll put a picture to show you. But when you put it on the hook, it's almost damn near impossible to put it on the hook flawlessly. I have to mess around with it for a few seconds to a few minutes trying to get it to charge. Whereas this one, I just gotta pop it on my headphone stand that I already have, and if I need to charge it, I can just plug it in the bottom, good to go. Yes, you can plug this on the bottom to charge it, of course, but it's putting it on the wireless hook that's the feature you want to use that fails. This thing also has a 3.5mm jack on the bottom, but it does not come with a 3.5mm cable. That's a problem, because if someone doesn't have the previous 3D that comes with that cable, they gotta buy another cable to use. The second problem is I've tried the 3.5mm cable from the 3D headset on the Elite and it did not work. The sound was very drowned out. It kind of sounded like my audio was drowning in water, and that was pretty bad. I gotta do more tests with that to see what's the issue. But the biggest positive of why you might want to go with the newer version rather than the old one, aside from the audio, is battery life. This thing will die on you in about 5 to 8 hours, give or take, maybe. The Pulse Elite will probably last you, I kid you not, probably a whole week before charging, because when I started using this, the very first day I used it, I had it connected on my work computer for the entire day, listening to music and then calling my clients, which, you know, different activities drain batteries differently, whether it's music, gaming, phone calls, etc. I had it on the whole day for my 9 to 5 job, you know, my 8-hour shift. Then I had it on my PlayStation for majority of the night. We're talking 5 to 6 hours for that night. And at the end of the night, around midnight or so, I had about 80% battery left from that one day of use. So you do the math, you probably get up to 4 to 5 days of use without having to charge the headphones, which is freaking awesome, I gotta say. That's a really big plus. Again, you can also pair this to your Portal if you're gonna play PlayStation Portal and you don't want any wires. That's, you know, a good feature. When my girlfriend is playing Xbox, because she's been gaming more recently and she plays my Xbox, which thank God my Xbox is finally getting used by someone, but she would sometimes need help in her games because she's not a gamer like I am. So if she's on the couch or she's playing in the bedroom, I can just play on the Portal next to her, and when she needs help, I'm right there to help her, and then I'm back at my game. So this would be a major game changer for that wireless connectivity. There's also those who want to use the Portal in the bathroom, and if you don't want cables dangling while you're sitting there, then you have the wireless headset to do that. So I got this through Affirm. I'm paying a monthly fee, like $50 a month for the 3 months that I have to get it for, because it's only, you know, $150 compared to the Pulse Explorer earbuds that are $200. That's a whole other thing. I won't even do a review on that because I'm not gonna buy it. But when I come down to the reasons to get the Elite over the 3D, it's very dependent on what kind of gamer or customer you are, because I can play music on the PS5 and still use this with my PS5 gaming and audio, and this thing still has great audio. Don't get me wrong, it still has one of the best audio I've ever had for gaming, period. So I don't really have the excuse of using this for my music to play with, you know, games and music at the same time. But for YouTube, yes, I do watch a lot of YouTube. I do have a YouTube Premium account, so no ads, and I consume a lot of YouTube. And you can watch YouTube on PS5 while gaming. There's a trick to do it. It's a very messy trick, but there's a trick. Maybe I'll do a video about that. But I can watch YouTube and play my games, have the audio simultaneously, and not worry about an AirPod in my ear possibly falling off from a lack of comfort. So there's that. There's the ability to switch between my PS5 and my work computer or even my Mac just by pressing the link USB adapter in and then pressing the sync button here. So that's perfect for me when I want to use that. So I am still kind of debating if I need this or not, if I can return it, if I should return it, because I still have the return window open from Amazon. Amazon has great returns, honestly. So I'm debating, should I return this because I can save that $150 and still use my standard 3D, which is great, or just, hey, I already got it, it's working great for me, keep it, and use this for other means. Maybe I want to use this for my Mac exclusively, and this for the PS5 and my work computer. Maybe I want to take this with me on the go, because you can buy a carrying case for this and take it with you, or just use my Beats on the go. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I guess if my girlfriend wants to play a game online on Xbox and we get a second Xbox, or we do cloud gaming, we can then use our own headsets. So we'll figure it out. But that's kind of my video for today about the Pulse Elite. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the Pulse Elite? Should they have made one in all black like this one? Should they make these in the different colors to match all their face plates? We're talking cosmic red, that blue one, the new red one, the turquoise, the purple, etc., etc. They should really do that. That'd be really awesome. Let me know if I wasted my money on this, because I already have the 3D, but review purposes for you guys, right? I know this video was like super late from when this released, but I'm not made of money, so I just wanted to do a video on this product. So I know it was a longer video than normal, so thank you guys so much for watching. Can you please subscribe to my channel, because we're on the road to 1,000 subs. We're almost at 700, so can we keep pushing and get that sub count up? I'm Anthony Olan. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.